Hi guys, it's Krisha here with the Right Side of eBay. So I'm doing all right. I actually am located here in Austin, Texas, and there have been some explosions. I'm sure you've heard on the news. And just tonight there was actually one at the Goodwill that I actually go to. Luckily, it ended up that it was not related to the other packages that have been exploding. Somebody had donated some old military explosives, and that's what went off. So, yes, luckily it wasn't that, but that person is still out there. So, just hopefully they catch him or catch her or the person quickly so that, make sure that there's no more explosions going on throughout the city, because that is very scary. So anyway, doing okay in Austin, Texas. So just wanted to give you an update. I haven't shot in a while, but so I've recently been selling on Poshmark. So I had seen other resellers. I follow a couple other sellers, Brad Seller, what's another one, 10K on the Bay. So they've started selling on Poshmark, and I've heard of Poshmark, and so I decided, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. So recently, I think I only have like 6 items on there right now, so just kind of trying it out. So I can go ahead and show you some of those items that I have. And these items, again, are from my friend. My friend is a personal assistant for this lady who's a millionaire, and she just gives her boxes of clothes and asks, if I would resell them. So I've been reselling them. I think it's been over like the past 6 months that I've been reselling them, and just give her a cut. It's not a very, I keep actually the majority of the money. I guess she just doesn't want to donate it and just would rather get some profit out of it. So I sell it and just give her the cash. So this is one of the first items, which is really a cool jacket. It's a size 6, so it does not fit me. If it did, I might look into buying it myself. But it is a leather Alexander Wang, kind of like a biker jacket. It has all these zippers and cool little like gold accents. And so let me try to zip this up. So yeah, really cool jacket, and just very nice thick leather. So right now I have that one listed. Usually they're like $900,000 jackets. So I've got it listed right now for like 345. On Poshmark, you can make an offer, and you can send offers out to the people who like your item. So I did send an offer out for like 245. So obviously like super discounted. But I want to go ahead and sell it. So yeah, I sent that out to the people who liked the item for 245, and I don't have any money in it, so I feel like I'm kind of all right with kind of sending a low offer. I did make a super big mistake. Somebody sent me an offer on Poshmark. Sorry, my throat's been kind of dry, so I need to drink some water. So somebody did send me an offer on Poshmark for $200, and I countered it. I think I countered it for like $235. Like, oh, I'm just gonna squeeze them for a little bit more. Of course they're gonna like take the offer, or they're gonna counter again. No, they declined the offer, and I totally lost that customer. So pretty bummed, and that's why, I've said it before, like sometimes you get offers and just go ahead and take them. Like if you're making money, if you got money in your hand, just take it. So yeah, so that $200, I did not get that $200 and kind of bummed about that, but I do have a lot of likers on the jacket, so I'm feeling somewhat good about it. I think hopefully I'll get somebody who sends me a counter offer or something. I got it listed on eBay and I've got it listed on Poshmark, both for like best offer. So since if you have it for best, well, obviously Poshmark is always best offer. You know, you can always offer, and then, you know, eBay, you can decide if you want to put, you know, an offer. So I did put that one as an offer. So in most cases, people aren't going to buy it right off the bat. They're going to give you an offer. So then that gives you time to like, okay, I need to like cancel the listing over here, and then I can take the money, you know, on this platform. So let me just show you, after talking about that one for a while, let me show you some other items. Okay, and so these are all from that millionaire lady. Really cute fur vest. Sherry Kaysen is the name. Sherry Kaysen. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at pronouncing names sometimes. But it's super soft, like leopard print vest. Very nice. Actually does fit me, but not really my style. So, and it's got pockets. People love those pockets, so I've got that one posted on eBay and Poshmark. And then some very ugly, I kind of think they're ugly. They're Dolce & Gabbana, and it's, you know, these beige pants. On the back it says Dolce & Gabbana. So I guess somebody who's like diehard Dolce & Gabbana, maybe they'll like this. I think they're kind of ugly, but yeah, I can't remember how much I have this listed for, and so I'll let you know. I haven't sold anything on Poshmark yet, so I'll let you know when I do make a sale. That'll be great. You know, I do think it's interesting. It's very much more like social media. They're like, share it with Twitter and share it with Facebook. And I'm not really into a lot of social media. So, but I have like tried to follow people, and like, you know, if I'm trying to like items that I don't necessarily like that much because I'm not a big clothes shopper, but I'm like, oh, like this item, it looks kind of cute. And, you know, just trying to interact with everyone on the platform. It's very interactive. You can join parties, which I haven't joined a party yet. It seems like every time I see join a party, it's like join for men's wear, join for, you know, Kate Spade. It's like a specific, you know, genre that I'm not selling right now. Yeah, especially since I only have 6 items listed. And so I'll let you know how that goes. One thing that I did notice on Poshmark is everything they do are square, the square photos. I don't know why, but for some reason, maybe it's better on that platform. Maybe when people are scrolling, they can see the item up close with the square. So if you are taking pictures for Poshmark, you do have to, you know, select on your iPhone or your, device the square format, and then that you won't have to crop anything. So I already had pictures from eBay, so I did have to crop those in order to fit the square type of process. But so yeah, so that was a little bit different, that you do have to make sure that you're shooting with the square format and or cropping with a square, and then it won't cut off any of your stuff. So yeah, so it's different. I'll let you know how it goes. So here's some other items that I have listed right now on eBay, and a couple items that actually just sold that I bought. So this right here is super small, super cute. It's a Sony micro cassette recorder. Let's see. Let me open that up. There. Tiny itty bitty cassette, super lightweight. I posted that one today and it sold within a couple hours. So I bought this one for $5 and I sold it for $45. So, and this thing is going to be super quick to ship, like first class, weighs nothing. You know, I went ahead and, you know, it has batteries in it. When you play it, everything is turning. It has a little timer right there, so the timer's turning. I don't have any cassette tapes, but you know, I'm pretty positive that everything is working. So spent $5 for that. If for some reason there's an issue, you know, I'll see if I'll just, you know, ask them to send it back, or maybe just keep the item because it won't be very much of a loss. So very cool. And then I have this other recorder, which is really cool. It's this digital one, which I've tried out, and it is a Sony, and the model number on this one is an IC recorder, ICD PX333. So this one I haven't posted yet. I need to post this one. So I think maybe around $45, $50. Again, I bought this one for $5. So, and again, super tiny, super lightweight, super easy to ship. So I would recommend, if you do see some of these mini recorders, especially the Sonys, look up the model number. Usually the model number is super small on the back. So you do kind of have to look for that. But this is an M570V. So look up the model number. But if you see these little recorders, they actually do sell pretty well, and especially Sony. So sometimes you might pass right by these, but this is something that does sell on eBay. Let's see, what other item do I have? I bought this very interesting sculpture. Well, not sculpture, but figurine of a rabbit doing some acrobatic type things with a wood ball and a base, and yeah, the wood ball, and it's actually a little candle holder. This is made by Arthur Court Designs from 1977. So very cool. It was in, you know, the knickknacks, so it was like $3 or something like that. I have this one right here listed for, I think, $65. Maybe less, maybe $55. But there currently is someone who's got them listed like to the pair for $95. So I put mine, just since it's only one, for like $55. I think it's pretty interesting little figurine. I've never seen a bunny rabbit doing acrobatic type things with a little wood ball on top, so I like it. And lastly, I have this radio, which I showed last time, and it is the Criterion 4. Sounds great. It's very, I mean, it's surprising how the sound is so crisp. So it has all the controllers right there. So this one, I had it listed for $95. Sometimes I do calculated shipping. Sometimes I do flat rate shipping. I kind of like experiment with it. I have noticed something very strange. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but on eBay, if I have items that are heavy, so this item, I think once I pack it up, might be close to 15 pounds. So I put on there 15 pounds, FedEx, ground FedEx, and eBay calculated the shipping as $54. $54 for shipping to Seattle, Washington. So I know for a fact that it will not cost $54. And on top of that, when I went to go print the shipping label, right away I put in the measurements, and FedEx saying it's going to cost like $25. Even the discount, I mean, let's say it's $35 or $32 and they give a discount, it's $25. So eBay is overcharging on calculated shipping. And, you know, I was thinking about it. I was like, what is going on? That's so strange. And it just didn't occur to me. And then Zeke, my son, who no longer does the videos with me, used to do videos with me, still comes shopping with me, was like, Mom, they're probably overcharging because obviously they want to make money, and eBay charges a percentage off of your shipping and the cost of your item. So obviously they're going to make more money if they charge the person more shipping. And I was like, oh my gosh, why did I not think about that? You're right. So it's a little bit sketchy that eBay is charging these crazy amounts for shipping, and they've done it for other things. I mean, I know a lot of people don't ship heavy items, but when you start shipping heavy items, people automatically think, oh, this item is so heavy, it's like gonna cost like, you know, 30, 40, $100 for shipping, but it's really not that expensive from FedEx. At some point you kind of like cap out, and so it's like, okay, that's the max. I mean, I think the max that I've ever spent for shipping is like $55, and that's shipping like televisions, like 20-inch televisions, that way, you know, 40, 50 pounds. So yeah, I think it was like $55 is the max that I've spent as far as shipping within the continental United States. And usually for global shipping, you know, I just ship it to the global warehouse. So again, very sketchy. I don't know if you guys have had experience with that, so let me know what you think. Why is the calculated shipping so off on eBay? And I know I'm putting in the right, you know, I know this is going to be 15 pounds, and that's what it was listed on the calculated shipping as, $15. So that's my question to you guys. Do you know what's going on with calculated shipping? Zeke and me are thinking that eBay just wants to make more money, so they're charging the customers more money, and kind of makes sense to me as well. But anyway, so I think that's it. Recently, me and Zeke had a doctor's appointment, and it was very, very far away. We ended up stopping at this one Goodwill. Was horrible, and so here's just a little clip of us stopping at that location and kind of our reaction to this pathetic little Goodwill store. So, just went to the worst Goodwill ever. It was like one tiny little room with a couple shelves of books, and I looked around, and me and Zeke were like, we gotta get out of here. So we were there for like a split second. We asked the lady, we're like, oh, is there anything else? And she's like, no, this is it. We're into, you know, we have books, all different types of books. So pretty sad, but we left. And lastly, here is another clip of me packing up an item. Hi guys, so this is an item that I've had for a really long time. I finally sold it. It is a Stereomaster 450 SC music. Like, you can use musical instruments to change all different types, you know, the tremble and the bass, and, you know, plug in your guitar, your electric guitars. So at one point I did have an electric guitar that I was selling, so I plugged it in. I've got an amp as well that I test stuff, because I'm always buying, you know, musical, electronical items. And not everything was like, it seemed like most of the stuff was working. I did post it sold as is, and like, you know, just minor testing. So I couldn't say for sure that everything was working, but it did. When, you know, I plugged in the electric guitar, I was able to change the options, the effects, the tremble, all that stuff. Now it is missing knobs here. So I ended up selling this guy for $45, and I think I have $35 shipping on it. It is a really heavy item, so I, you know, hopefully the shipping doesn't go over $35. I did go ahead and get this U-Haul box that, again, okay for shipping, but it's a medium electronic box, and it is double walled, so it is really thick. I just, you know, wanted to make sure that it got there securely, and since it is a pretty heavy item, I just went ahead and, you know, spent the extra money. I've had this item for a really long time, and guys, sometimes you break even. Like, sometimes you buy items and, you know, it takes forever to sell, and you don't make any money on them. You break even, and that's part of the business. Like, you're not every single item's going to be like this, you know, over, you know, a knockout. So sometimes you just have to take your losses, or you have to break even. So it was a really heavy item. I was a little bit paranoid because it was a really big. items. So I ended up spending some money on buying electronic. The U-Haul has boxes that are specifically for electronics, and they have like double walls. So I ended up spending money on that. So definitely like completely broke even, if maybe even less than that. But I somewhat got my money back, made somebody happy. I know we're not necessarily in the business to be, I think part of it is I do enjoy that part, that I know that a lot of my items, they are vintage items, so people can't find them anywhere else. So, some of them would wind up in the landfill, but instead I'm able to connect them to people who are wanting those items, and they don't end up in the trash. So recycling. So that was sent off, and I think that's all I got. Just let me know if you have any questions. Oh, the lighting. Oh, I forgot the lighting. Lighting setup has been working pretty well. This one was one that I used the new lighting. This little recorder, I also use the new lighting. I have a couple other items that I use the new lighting, and they've been selling. So really happy about that. I've tried to kind of reshoot. I'm not going to reshoot everything, but going forward, I am trying to shoot with the lighting. Some of my items are really big items, so I've had, a hard time like getting them to, a setup. So the television, sometimes I'm just shooting those wherever I have them currently right now, like in my garage, but covered up and everything so they don't get dirt. But going forward, I am trying to use the new lighting setup. I think it's been going well. I think that, I think eBay does, when you're Googling and stuff, it seems more likely that your item's going to come up if it has that crisp background. And because they don't really, as far as, the search engines, they don't really want to be pulling up stuff that's like, oh, that's got like a weird background, like, green, ugly background and just some random corner, which I'm not going to say any of them. Like, some of my items kind of look a little sketchy like that. But I do feel like it kind of gives you that edge where it's pulling up on other search engines if people are looking for that item. So I would encourage you to buy a lighting set. Again, it was like $55 investment. So I would suggest that you do some research on YouTube. Maybe get the, not the umbrella lighting, but the other, can't even remember, the other light set. So it has been helpful, and it does seem like probably, let's see, the recorder, the radio, this other amplifier thing, probably like 5 or 6 items have recently sold with the new lighting within the last 2.5-3 weeks. So, and that's all I got. I'll see you next time.